Hello, it is Fungal, and today I will be covering week 1 of the LDL Draft League. Basically, I'm just going to be reviewing every single game here, we can watch them together, and I'll give some of my thoughts on the games, whether or not I'm surprised by something, if I think something was a choke or not, that sort of thing. So starting off here, we have Albert versus Icebro, and Icebro has some electric terrain team versus Albert's psychic terrain team. Now, obviously, Albert, this is a Mega Alakazam, so this is going to be extremely strong. But Icebro does kind of have the tools to deal with it. They have two very good resists in Jirachi and Iron Crown. So this Alakazam almost 100% has to be packing Shadow Ball to deal with these two. And these two mons are pretty bulky. They can both pretty easily take that Shadow Ball. So I'm just going to start us off here. We see Thunderous lead into Jirachi. Thunderous gets a really nice knockoff X, knocks off Iron Ball, his rocks go up. And then Volt Switch comes out to Ace on Trick Room. So far, this is an amazing start for Albert. First of all, they have no real knock switch-ins ever, and no Revolt switch-ins, they have no ground type. So I do like that knock play because Jirachi can't really threaten you too much. They obviously can't Thunder Wave you because you have Volt Absorb. And going into Ace right here was relatively safe. Obviously, not going to go for Thunder Wave on that. We revealed rocks, so it's not going to do anything like Trick. And then you could just get a free court change or kill this off if you turn. Tool comes out, and then court change and hazards go back. Aegis Slash, yeah, it's pretty safe on Tentacruel. Tentacruel can't touch it. Let me see SD. Hydro Pump, which is interesting. Iron Head comes out, so I don't know if that was sort of predict. It doesn't have a move or what, but that Hydro Pump would have killed because it just changed the sword form. So maybe it doesn't have a physical ghost move other than Shadow Sneak, possibly. I think probably should have brought, I think, a ghost move versus this team at least. Maybe they have something in the back that dissuades your ghost moves. But I think here, like, bringing Shadow Claw would have been amazing, because you would have OHKO'd that Tentacruel, and then you would have one more turn of Trick Room. No, this is a turn Trick Room goes away, but I'm not really sure what other coverage you need. Might be King Shield last. Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, King Shield. Goes away. It's not Shadow Sneak, it just dies. So with that, I think it was, I don't think that was a amazing trade for you. I think that was pretty bad, because Aegis Slash is amazing into this team. Val can't really touch it. Crown, Jirachi. It has great natural bulk to deal with Bolt and Tentacruel. So I think that's one you should have kept around later. But still, obviously, Jirachi's low, Tentacruel's low. You get your trade right now pretty easily. Then it comes out. Tentacruel's gone. In Iron Crown, we don't see booster on this, so I'll have to say it could be like AV, it could even be Scarf just straight up to try to outspeed this Alakazam. If this was like Calm Mind could boost it up, then Iron Crown couldn't do too much to it. But I'm just excited to see what this thing can do here, because it has a lot of sets. This could even be trying to set up on Mega Alakazam, which I'm worried about, because if this Calm Mind's up on like Thunderous or something, then you're going to be in some big trouble. Especially if it's like a Weakness Pulse and try to knock it off. Yeah, if it gets the Calm Mind, it's leftovers, not weakness policy. I'll go up to 31. Another Calm Mind. Volts to Indeedee. Iron Defense comes out. I actually don't know if this gets agility. If it does, I think that would have been the play over Iron Defense. Because then you could outspeed basically all of these, and I think at this point you would almost sweep with Stored Power. Healing Wish comes out, which it doesn't really do anything for you at the moment, but you don't exactly have a pivot move, you don't have a switch into this, so I understand the play here for sure. Just gets one more Calm Mind. Ace is gonna come in. Is that gonna kill us? It doesn't. It's 42. Iron Defense is again, so that's a big blunder. Now that Ace is still full HP, your Iron Crown is gone, and you could have taken this Ace and then forced Hawlucha to come in right after. Kirchen chooses the terrain off, it's still a decent spot for Ice Pro because now Psychic Terrain can go up. You'll always have your Cork Drive for Valiant from now on. Hawlucha won't be able to get its Psychic Seed if it has that. Then right here, obviously you could go for like Rising Voltage here. Thunders can come in, but you can't do anything with that. This Ace should just get a free Pyro Ball or U-turn here. Thunder Wave comes out. And Sucker Punch. Okay, Ace is paralyzed, which doesn't matter too much. Moment Jirachi comes in on Thunderous. Yeah, it just dies. Raging Bolt, Heavy Duty Boots. We saw Lucha come in as the sack most likely. Thunderclap is the sub, it's sub. So we'll get some pretty decent damage off on Raging Bolt at least. Oh, Body Press. Can it not touch a Lucha? I guess it can't, because it can always sub here. Oh, it has Draco Meteor. I said it's interesting. I'm not sure exactly why they're bringing Body Press for this situation. Maybe Albert had something that's weak to it, like Gambit or something. But playing mind games with this Thunderclap is never a great idea. I always like to, on these Sucker Punch, or obviously it's just another variant of Sucker Punch. On mons like this, I'm really scared of my opponent trying to counter that. I pretty often make sure they don't have to click it more often than not. Like, I would have just brought Thunderbolt here into Body Press, I think, because now you're in a terrible spot here. Valiant has to try to clean up. And versus this Thunders, I don't think you could even KO Ace from here, depending on your set. And versus full HP Alakazam, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Valiant Booster, receive speed. Hawlucha's dead, but Thunders isn't going to die in one hit. Alakazam isn't going to die in one hit. Ace never going to die in one hit. 35, this doesn't even have a stab fighting move, I guess, knock this out. And this is with Blaze. Knocked down one Pyro Ball, super offensive Cinderace. Well done from Albert. Obviously, Terra is bad in this league, but this Terra on Valiant didn't really do anything it would have mattered, so I'll let you off the hook this time. Next up, we have Rufio versus Grunkle here. And another Electric Terrain team, this one with Coco, much better setter than the Pincurchin, obviously, and versus Rain. And this is actually looking like a terrible matchup for Rufio. Obviously, Gear Swampert looks really insane, but other than that, Raikou can also do some stuff. But Rillaboom is completely like stonewalled by this Moltres, and you're just gonna find yourself getting run over by this bundle in particular. Porygon might have to carry for that bundle next, but maybe. Low Kicks comes out in a Rillaboom, and this is already a terrible start for Rufio. Obviously, Pelipper can switch in, but this Low Kicks has free reign to U-turn. It doesn't have the first impression here. So if you just U-turn, it'll do probably like 40, maybe 30 to Pelipper, depending on their sets, of course. And then that brings in this Coco for free. Then you're kind of stuck in the Vortex. You can probably U-turn if you expect Swampert. You could even Grass Knot or something. Or you could just Dazzling Gleam for free. Basically, you're giving Grunkle a lot of room to do whatever he wants. Right, Scyther comes in. First Impression does come out. This is definitely banned because that did way too much. I think U-turn was always the play here. Rillaboom would not have lived banded U-turn ever. It couldn't really do anything back to you unless you're adamant. I guess it could outspeed you. I still don't know what it's going to hit you with. It could deal any sort of damage. I think U-turn would have done a bit less, but it would have gotten you a lot more momentum here, and you would have been able to send out something like Bundle, something like Coco. Because now you have to go Moltres. Aerial Ace comes out. Really wasn't not much chip at all. Yeah, it's completely roosted off. Moltres doesn't have U-turn actually. Iron Leaves comes in on that U-turn of their own. Porygon 2 comes out, which is kind of interesting. I would have liked to see something else like Fast Scyther, because you see this has this doesn't have leftovers or anything. This doesn't have booster energy. This is probably choiced or some sort of resist berry like Flying Resist. So I think Scyther probably could have come in if you're like Scarf or something. If you're not, then maybe Rillaboom would have worked really well. because Porygon here, I think this is your best answer to the Iron Bundle. If it's, I'm expecting it to be Max Spadef here with the Eviolite to do with that bundle. But if it's not, then I understand the play. But I think you need something versus this bundle, and this Porygon should be it. Switches out. An Ice Beam comes in. This is analytic. This is offensive. Hug off. Eviolite comes off. As another Ice Beam comes out. Iron Tread's almost dead. But that's not too big of a deal, I think, for Grunkle. Iron Treads isn't very important for him. Just when did it... Wait. How did it get Electric Surge? What happened here? I thought it was analytic. Is it just some sort of modest max special attack? I guess it can't... Oh, it can't copy Quark Drive. I forgot about that. Learning new things every day. This is doing a lot of damage. This is some super max special attack Porygon too. It gets the freeze. Rillaboom comes in as Tapu stays in, remains frozen. I'll definitely switch out because I think with the Crazy Seed, this is most likely some sort of Swords Dance variants. Knockoff comes out. Every boots get off and it's burned, but that doesn't really matter too much. The boots are being lost because they don't actually have a good rocker. There's only Swampert. And versus this team, I'd much prefer to just click attacking moves. It does have U-turn. Iron Leaves comes in on Raikou. Skull comes out fishing for a burn. He does get it. Quick Leaf Blade he cannot hear. Yes, it wouldn't have died. This is a really bulky Raikou. But that burn is definitely big for letting that thing live some more hits, because now Pelipper can come in. Can U-turn from do freely. Wild Charge. I think so. This probably is some sort of resist berry. Or some other item like maybe Heavy Boots. I wouldn't really understand Heavy Boots here though, so this thing does not have a burn. And Swampert is in. Go switches a turn back up, but Swampert should get its free kill right here. And it comes out, and then the Quark Drive is up, so Iron Bundle will be about to speed this. No Freeze Drive switch-ins. This is super offensive, it will get to a KO'd, unfortunately. This reveals to be non-choiced. Roko might be running some sort of mono boot stuff with this team. This could also just be another item. But this Rillaboom is burned, it actually can't kill this Iron Bundle. So I would have actually just liked to see just click Ice Beam again and just keep claiming more and more kills before that Electric... For that, because the Electric Trade is now overridden permanently. So you wouldn't be able to just come in on Rain Swampert ever again, so. But first impression, this is a super defensive Pelipper. This isn't Bandit. What is this? This is like, I guess Scyther just has no bulk at all. This is Boots or something and not Eviolite. Like I was thinking it might be. For Lokix to do that much damage to this Scyther, but still not be choice to do that little to Pelipper. This is defensive Pelipper and this really offensive Scyther might even be Scarf here. Swampert can't KO this. He's going for the flinch. He knows what's up. And it actually doesn't flinch. So it looks like Grunkle should probably take this home. Rillaboom comes in. I don't actually think... I still don't think it could KO that. Because this Grassy Seed isn't expanded or anything. At this point, it just looks like 3 kills for low kicks. The bundle comes back in, clicks Ice Beam again. Upturn comes out. I would like to see Ice Beam. Ice Beam definitely kill that. In comes Rust, Chesto Berry. I guess there is still a shot here. It's faster than Iron Treads. This is max speed. Moltres comes in. Thunder is dodged, which is pretty big. Yeah, that deals a lot of damage. Skull comes in. Yeah, this is... Oh, this is over. I think if he landed that Thunder, though, then Ufio definitely could have won this, because neither this thing nor the low kicks could KO that in one hit. And he gets one more kill. Again, it could have... Grunkle still could have won this, because I do think that Iron Bundle would live that Rillaboom's attack. But maybe I could be proven wrong. Well played. I'll move on to the next one real quick. Where we have Pig versus Morpher. And Morpher has said that they won't actually get grouped by this Chien-Pao here, so let's see how that works out for them. This is a Mega Altaria, and this is a Mega Scizor. Two very bulky balanced teams, kind of offensive. See Incineroar and the Scizor lead. Scizor should always watch out, yeah. Elo, parting shots. Great turns for Morpher because Pig's ground type is Landorus, and that doesn't really switch into Hurricane at all. Obviously, you could throw up a Hurricane for here, or you could Volt Switch if you have that. I definitely bring Volt Switch over U-turn here, I think. Just because Landorus has trouble touching you, and it really doesn't want to switch in Hurricane in the first place. But Hurricane's a fine fight, you get to scout their sets. Skill Dirge. 33 is super max, but F Skill Dirge, you get to see that at least. U-turn does come out into Incineroar. You see Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Expect probably a knock to come out from this. I want like a parting shot's fine too. I do like knock a lot here because again they have no great switch into this. This Weezing loses its item. Won't be able to recover anything. This Aloe, you get to see what it has at least. Ape comes in on Weezing, which is a bold play. So that makes me believe that they're either taunts or they can't be substitute because the Strange theme would probably break that even at -1. So this is definitely some sort of taunt ape, or it could technically be Final Gambit, but I don't think getting rid of that Weezing is that important. Expect taunt to come out here for sure, yeah, taunts. And on the Will-O-Wisp, he switches out to Elo as this goes for bulk up. This is the problem here with taunts, is that although you get to taunt this Weezing, you get to taunt the Skeletors, they can't Wisp you. This Alola can continuously fish for Skull Burn, which could prevent. It also lets you basically get up that defensive barrier versus something like this Elo, and then Landorus can't even revenge kill you after. Yeah, it goes to Altaria. Goes to Smart Move. This has natural cure before you Mega Hit, so even if you get burned, it won't matter. Altaria comes in Will-O-Wisp of its own. Now this Weezing's on a timer, which is excellent. So Luna comes in as the double the Lando comes out. Lando Focus Blast, Chalpa Berry 62. As Hyper Voice does 48 back. This did a ton of damage to Chalpa Berry. I think this is just a standard Light Orb variant. And I expect probably an Earth Power to come out. So Focus Blast, obviously you could go to either of your birds to mid-ground. I don't really think Altaria can really touch it back, so I would probably go Zapdos, even though it is a little bit important. But I think either going to your Altaria or Zapdos is definitely the play here. It goes Annihilate. I'm really expecting another Focus Blast, but I think I would just want for power there. It's like it's a good mid-ground play from Pick because it does hit those birds. Not particularly hard, but this punishes more for a lot. Alpha Berry, and it only takes 30, so this Annihilate is almost max Spit F, it looks like. So at this point, you do have 100 base power Rage Fist, I would just go for it. If they attack you again, you live it, and you'll get rid of Landorus, which is a great breaker for your team. And you've already shown your hand with this ape, so 63, and then Rage Fist kills it. Pick should get their revenge here pretty simply. Scizor comes out. Incin, just go for a U-turn. No, Bullet Punch. 7, we don't see leftovers, still don't know this thing's item. Weezing comes in on Parting Shot, and now Morpher just has all of this momentum right now. You click Earth Power super freely now that Landorus is gone. They go for Moonlight actually, they do have the healing move, which is great for them. Now this Earth Power will come out, I expect. It only does 53, but they do get the drops, so Skildred can't even try to kind of stall it out of those. And we go Elo. You should take it real. No, this is almost max death. Red cards it out. Incineroar, Burning Shot, Altaria, which comes out actually. And then Scald. Annihilate actually lives but dies to burn. which is a bit unfortunate. Definitely would have gotten a lot of Rage Fist chip with this. But they have one first skull a few times, I didn't forget. But I wouldn't have expected this to live anyway. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Zeptos comes in and Outlanders is gone, so this can click Electric moves for early discharge. Only 24. So this Gilded will end up falling. Now Pal gets to come in pretty early. And at this point, if I'm Morpher, if I'm Pig, I think I have to click Sacred Sword here. I think that's pretty obvious. Because with this Zapdos, with this Incineroar and this King Gambit still alive, like you need to do something, or you need to make some sort of plays in order to win with either your POW or your Scizor. And getting rid of this Incineroar would be really huge, and I think if you're Morpher, you just definitely sack this Altaria. Altaria doesn't really do anything for you at this point. I'm definitely the most useless member. I just go into alts. If it's Sacred Swords and it reveals that it's choice, that's fine. If it ice moves, that's okay. You get it in Incineroar really freely. And then you could just click that fire move or pardon shot or whatever you want. Let's go hard Incin. Just go for Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword Truffle Berry, only 30. So this could be a roll, but next should do about 60. I'm not sure if I would take this roll as Pig. I think he might have to, because he can't really switch in. If you go Aloe, I think Aloe's the best play for Pig at this point. Because this Incineroar, I think if I'm Morpher, I just always attack. Because going Aloe isn't too bad for me. So if I think I just go Aloe, I just flip turn out and I try to do this again. If I leave this Incineroar, this Gambit, or whatever, chipped enough. Sacred Sword, it is a roll, and it does knock out that Incineroar, which is huge for a Pig at this point. This is doing so much damage through the attack drop. I'm convinced this is banded. And then, because of this, now you know if you go Altaria, you can, depending on set, you could Dragon Dance or something. Obviously Scizor, even though you're Mega, it won't want to come in because you did reveal Will-O-Wisp. So this comes out. Weezing comes in. He's immediately Megas, goes for Wisp. Luna comes in, another Wisp comes out. And that's another Earth Power for Morpher. Overheat does basically no damage, Weezing will die. And then most likely either Power will come in and try to claim another kill. But I do think you can go into Scizor. If you do have ST, that's your best win con at this point. Depending on your EVs, you should be able to. I know you can live this Heat Wave from Zapdos, and you can knock it out with Knock Off into Bullet Punch. Then you could try to clean up with Pal plus Mola if you Skull Burn this Kid Gambit. So I think that would be what I go for if I'm Pick. It's a better kill with Pal. Baggy Wave comes out. Crash misses. That's huge. That is huge, because now they'll have to just pivot into something. Because you cannot lose Pal at this point. Aloe comes in. If Zapdos comes in, I hope Flip Turn comes out? No, it might not have Flip Turn. Scizor comes out on Discharge. I don't think you could do that. I think you sack Aloe. This doesn't have Heat Wave, luckily. Let's see if the Scizor does in fact have Roost. It seems to be doesn't, it knocks off. Bullet Punch should KO this, if it doesn't get paralyzed. It does. Which is, I won't say it's the biggest thing ever. It definitely could end up mattering. But at this point, you're stuck with this Bandit POW. And then 3 Mons, which can very easily scout its move and then just deal with it and Aloe. Now you're stuck at this point where I think you need it. Aloe or Mola Burn. Comes in, Ice Shard knocks us out. If this is Bandit, then Gambit comes in, it SDs. And then hopefully running enough speed to be faster than this Aloe, and then Tao will annihilate it. Gambit comes in, SD comes out. See if it's faster. It is. Cacao 71, which is big. Skull Burn, I don't think can save Pick at this point. It doesn't come out. Aloe's gone, and then Pow can never kill all of these. Gambit just suckers. If Pal Ice Shards, then it could attack afterwards. Well played A-Game by Morpher. I think almost won that too, if not for bad luck. I think that was a very, very close game. Next up, we have Silver versus Lulu, and here we have this Side Spam, we have Full Psychics up here, we have Darmanitan, Blaze, and Heartflame, versus some kind of more offensive version of Silver's team up here with the Mega Laddie, and a lot of super offensive mods plus Blizzy. Blizzy being able to blanket wall one of these mods is amazing. Obviously, I think if you're Lulu, then you bring a lot of Psy Shock this time just to get rid of that Blissey early, hopefully. And still, we don't know what the Silvally will actually be. Darmanitan lead into Golem. This is weird for Silver because obviously with a with this Golem lead, you want to get up your rocks, but they do have a Hatterene. But if you look at Lulu's team, they have no rock resist. I would just go for rock move if you have it. You have no like resist other than Hard Flame either, but that's not switching in here. I think you pretty safely go for whatever sort of attacking move you want. Get lots of value here. U-turn comes out, Hatterene. The rocks do get match bounce back. I definitely would have attacked there. I don't think there was a... Obviously getting up those rocks had value, but I don't think Lulu ever lets you do that. And it's more consistent to just get damage. Heavy Slam comes out, that doesn't knock KO, but it does combine, so... You do end up getting the half for free, which you would have if you attacked anyway, but then those rocks will be up on your side. I'm not sure how much those will matter if they do, but yeah. Blaze comes in, offers to try to get a Shadow Ball kill. It does, it will get Beast Boost, Special Attack Boost. Weavile comes in, it does take the rocks. It's obviously great for Silver, unless this Blaze does have the Culver Berry. If it has Culver Berry or if it has Focus Sash, then Lulu will be getting an amazing trade here. Because if this is Scarf, obviously can't KO Weavile. Or Shadow Ball even at +1. Switches out, so I guess it's knocked. Train goes up, and then knock comes out. Specs. Oh, this Weavile would be able to just get kill. This comes back. This was Scarf, so that means this Weavile is also Scarf. So again, if this was sort of like Sash or this was the Culver Berry, then I think this Blaze kind of just swept if it did have Psy Shock for that pussy. So be at +2. Unless this Lando was also Scarfed, then this Blaze would have been able to just clean up, I think. Rexy comes in. It's faster, it is not faster, it also dies, no Sash. Should have gone Darmanitan, this should always live. It also went Ogerpon because that can't be knocked off, obviously, it won't take as much damage. Luribird comes out, it gets the burn. Let's see if this is Scarf. Don't know the item and Landorus. This could be Scarf on Darmanitan. If it comes out, it gets rid of that. At this point, it is not particularly over for Lulu. You can still win with this Ogerpon. I think Silver probably has a decent check. I expect this to be probably Fire Silvally or something to do with this. Or maybe even Dragon. Because you need to be a specific set on this Ogerpon to actually win. You need to be Trailblaze, Swords Dance, play rough, then probably just Cudgel last for damage, maybe Horn Leash. But I'm expecting Silver can actually do with this still at this point. Yes comes in. Cudgel there's actually a ton. Like a Latias, Trailblaze. There's the speed boost. But it's here. If it's some defensive recover stuff, it doesn't look to be max defensive. I think it's really offensive, so I don't think it probably has recover. It's gonna either be some sort of Calm Mind really offensive and could drop a Draco here, do almost all of it and allow Ice Shard to clean up. Or it could be something like Dragon Dance. Then obviously here if it goes for like Sin Headbutts or Doing Beat or something like that, and you could also get enough damage and then clean this up with the Weavile. Doing Beat misses, which is big lash outs. I thought this KO this. I think Silvally, whatever it is, probably meant to deal with this. No? Luval comes in. I should never KO this. I'd be cudgel instead of Trailblaze. That's fine though. Dark Silvally will live, and this doesn't have to play rough. I don't know what its last is. If it's Horn Leech, it might be able to win, depending on this hit, because this might be super split upset to do with the Oxus to do with this Lele. If it comes out, multi-attack, with a little bit of HP, but it doesn't actually have Horn Leech, so Blissey will be able to clean this up. Yep, 53. Then Seismic Toss should clean up. Yes. Extremely close game. Extremely close game. I think Lulu took a lot of the early game by having bad positioning, I think. But towards the end, obviously, they almost brought this back with Ogre Pawn. They got a little bit more chip on this Blissey, they won the game. I think they probably didn't identify that Weavile was Scarf early enough, and then they just sacked this Deoxys. If Deoxys was still around, then this match could have definitely went the other way. Last up, but certainly not least, we have Vessel over here versus Trixie. And already this is a Mega Metagross, which is extremely powerful. It's this team in general. This team's really weak to steel. Looks like Jolteon is a great resist. Neither are Keldeo and Victini, but Mega Metagross is just so strong as it is. It can't be knocked off by Meowscarada, for instance. This coupled with the fact that they have no real ground type. Jolteon is their only Regieleki switch in. Things are going to be really hard for Trixie, I think, especially with this Ripambi lead coming out. It doesn't have to lead, but they have no way to remove those whips, so those whips will be up to stay. I'm wondering if they just have a root strategy going on to keep themselves from being run over by those webs or not. Third up, we have Ribombi into Meow. Our switch out into Mawaile's webs go up, it's fine. Mawile Sunspore miss. Iron Head comes out, knockoff. Same thing, go for Sunspore again. Again, it didn't really change much. I'm not sure what else Ribombi could have done. Maybe skill swapped Siege Power off, but Gouging Fire comes in. And then it's already probably just going to get a free Dragon Dance here, and then it's pretty likely just going to run through this whole team. Keldeo Surf only does half. Gouging Fire gets one, and I don't really see any counterplay over here from Trixie unless they have boots on their Meow or their Victini. They do have Sash on their Ninetales actually. Moulas comes out, only 37. Ice Shard. Mixed Ninetales. Gouging Fire still lives barely on 1 HP. Meow does not have boots. Sucker Punch into Morning Sun, only 25% back though. Another Sash comes out, Trixie, as this thing goes for Trick Room. It's very interesting. It sets up spikes, Morning Sun, this Gouging Fire heals up more. If Trixie keeps ignoring this thing, then it's just gonna run them over even with the Trick Room up, because now you only have one turn left, and I don't think you have anything which can OHKO this. Malwoa comes in, but this is not weak to Fairy. Yes, 75%. Heat Crash. And then this isn't Flare Blitz, this does not tie to recoil. So they need one more Sash here. Oh, White Herb. One more Sash in order to live this, but no, Gouging Fire takes down one, then takes down another. Yeah, this game was really one-sided. I will say Trixie didn't really have much counterplay right there. I'm not sure what their last move on Meow was. Maybe it was another, maybe it was a grass move, for instance, and they could not actually touch this thing. I think for one, you should have prepped a little better into this. You know, this is webs. I like the idea of bringing Trick Room into it. That's really cool. But, Gouging Fire, you just had nothing to deal with it when webs are up. All these mons got their speed dropped, and then you could do anything to it at all. And also because of that, you have to make some mob plays in order to deal with this, right? This Meow, after you set up Trick Room, if you can't touch this, then you're gonna have to switch out. You're gonna have to like go to something to sack him on. I probably went Victini because it's a good neutral. I could go into that and I could start attacking with maybe Psychic moves if I bring it. If this didn't have a move to touch Gouging Fire, then I understand the position, because going hard Mawile is a way to lose. So I don't know, I think things were just extremely tough for Trixie there. I don't know what I would have done. I think you just have to bring sort of a different roster here to deal with this. Maybe it had nothing to do with it, but that was the last game of the week. So this was week 1 of the LDL, and I will bring everybody here back next week.